So the question, a lot of things are going to change when Moshiach comes. One of the things that might change is the tumah of Niddah. Halachas of Niddah might not be applicable. Why so? So the Gemara in Eruvin says that what's the reason why we have tumas Niddah? The reason we have tumas Niddah is because of the Chet Tzadas. Because of the Chet Tzadas, and the tumah and ra was mixed into was mixing everywhere. Also in the gufa, especially with Chava, she was the one who started the Chet Tzadas, and therefore that's why the tumah is over there. And since the Yid has a halakha body, the way the Rebbe explains it can't stand the tumah, and it pushes it out every month, and it has to clean itself out, and then he has to do the zayin akim, in order to do the birurim. So that's the seder. So the kshaila is la'asilavay. Mashiach comes. The pasuk says, "V'ruach hatuma avi min haaretz." Maybe things should be different. Maybe we won't have this. Maybe this tumas niddah should change. And this medrash, the Avitas HaKodesh brings down the medrash that says, Yikachs in the medrash, that when Mashiach comes, things are going to go back to the way they were before the Chet Zadas. So maybe this will change also. So this question is actually machlokes on the medrash. There's a medrash Tehillim. It says, what does it mean Hashem matir asurim? Pashup Pshat means that people who are locked up in jail, the Eibusha lets them out. But the medrash has a different type. First type the medrash brings is that treifa animals. All treifa animals, the Eibusha is going to make them kosher. That's one opinion in the medrash. Then Medrash brings a second opinion that says no. You can't say the tummy animals are going to be kosher. If the Eibusha is going to get rid of the tummy animals, they're not going to be around. They're not going to become kosher. Elamai, so what does it mean? Hashem matir asurim. The Eibusha makes all things. The Eibusha will make things asur mutter. So Medrash says it's referring to a niddah. That the Eibusha made a niddah asur to her husband, but l'asilavay man ruach tuma avi min haaretz. She will be, and the tumas niddah won't be here anymore. Tumah refers to niddah. That's the second opinion. Then the Medrash brings a third opinion, which we'll read inside now. That not only forget about whether tumas niddah is going to be mutter or not, but tashmish is going to be asur the whole Yom HaMashiach in Lasilavi.
What's the point of a woman not being a niddah anymore if tashmish not allowed?
Also, I'm saying obviously they argue on the whole thing. We said there's not going to be tumas niddah, so forget about tumas niddah. It's the whole time, the whole tashmish is going to be asur. Yes, that's what he said. I mean, after tashmish hamita he asur Lasilavi. Teidal chashakenu. How do we know? Shabiyim shenigla kadosh baruch al har Sinai litin hatayra l'Yisrael. When the Eibusha came to Har Sinai, give the Torah to the Yidden. Asur tashmish hamita shleisha yamin. So 3 days they weren't allowed to be together. Shnemra heyu nechaynim l'shleishas yamin. Al tikshol isha. Don't go to your wife. And if so, umak shenigla aleim yim echad asur mitashmish hamita shleisha yamin. And if the Eibusha just came for 1 day, already for 3 days beforehand, it's asur. Also, the Shechina is going to be with the Yidden, with us in the world. For how much more so it should be also? So you're asking, are we not going to ask Shaila, according to this opinion, are we not going to have children when Mashiach comes? Yeah, we're going to see later. Yeah, the Gemara says on Mashiach that there's they're going to be having children every day. So how could that be if Tashrish is going to be Asr? So I don't know. Could be. So one question is, what is this medrash referring to? Is it referring to Yemei HaMashiach or is it referring to Ilam Haba? If it's referring to Yemei HaMashiach, so then I don't know. It's a good question. Isla Asalav is referring to Ilam Haba, which is going to be after Yemei HaMashiach. So it could be the other psukim about having children every day is referring to Yemei HaMashiach, and this opinion is referring to Ilam Haba. Right, the Gemara in Brachi says that Ilam Haba, there's no period of rivya. There's no period of rivya.
Ilam Haba means after the transformation.
Yeah. So maybe that's what it's referring to. I don't know. So there's at least one opinion that says that tumas niddah won't be applicable asalavi. So what's going to happen? We'll have to wait and see. So this is in regards to tumas niddah. So, but there's another tumah that a lady has besides the tumas niddah. There's tumas leida, birth. Even if there's no blood at all, she's still tummy because she had just the giving birth already makes her tummy. So So is this going to be applicable? Are we still going to have this? So before we answer this question, there's a Gemara in Shabbos, which we mentioned before. It says that Moshiach comes, and that the lady is going to have children every day. And we're going to see this. There are three different opinions. How do you understand this Gemara? How does it work? How is she going to be having children every day? So the Gemara is in the third Maramakim, Shabbos Taflamid and Beis. The Gemara says, Yasiv Rabban Gamliel v'Kadarish, and he darshan, and Asida Isha Shateli b'Chol Yom. And Lasi Lava Isha will have children every day. Shenemar in Yirmiyahu says Hara v'Yeledas Yachtov. And Hara v'Yeledas, she will get that she will be together. Yeah.
It means I got to make an order every day.
It means you should buy stocks and Pampers as well.
No, the kids going to be born adults, right? I thought.
Oh, maybe. So Liglag Olav Isay Talmud, so one of the students laughed at him. Omar, Enkel Chadash Tachas Hashemesh, says there's nothing new. There won't be new things in this world. And whatever, there won't be any new things that don't exist now. So how Mitamol are going to be having children every day? Can't be. So Omar Lei Barvar Baivarecha Dugmasan Ba'ilam Hazeh. I will show you something similar that exists now. Nafak Achille Tarnagailis. Showed him a chicken.
Chickens have it, not every single day.
They don't lay eggs every day.
360, but they're not every single day.
What? Say again?
Chickens do not lay every single day. I know that.
How often do they lay?
Enough to say almost the entire year, but not. You can't count.
And how does it take for those eggs to become a chicken?
Depends if they're fertile or not. That would be the start.
How for a month straight they could be having babies every day. They're laying eggs every day for a month straight. Okay, it's good enough of an example. It's close enough. Yeah, you already see something similar. You have a chicken it could go for most of the year. Have laying eggs every day. So, fine. So that's what he answered him. So the question: what does it mean Harvi Ledas Yachtov? So that how do we see from the Tashis from this passage she's going to be having children every day? So Rashi learns that she's the same day she gave birth, she will become pregnant. The same day she gives birth, she will become pregnant. And since the husband and wife will be together every day, so therefore usually you can't become pregnant while you're giving birth, right? Usually that's how it works. Or while you're pregnant with one baby, you can't become pregnant with another baby. But Lasud Lavi, they'll be together. Since they'll be together every day, therefore it's gonna stack up after a while, and eventually every day she'll be giving another birth from the time they were together 9 months ago.
She'll be thrilled.
So I don't know how it's gonna work. It's gonna be like a conveyor belt system. So they will be able to conceive and have children at the same time. So therefore, eventually, it's gonna build up. So this is Rashi, like a Rashi. Rashi is Hari v'Yeledas Yachtov v'Yem Shahara Zeh. Here, the same day she came pregnant with this child, Yeledas Vlad Acher, she will have another child. She will give birth. K'may Tarnagailas, just like a rooster.
So she give birth for the child she was pregnant.
Yeah. So. Tarnagailas. I'm sorry, a chicken. And so therefore, right, so it's not Pshat Hari V'Yeledas Yachtov that the same day she became pregnant she'll give birth. It's for the baby she became pregnant a long time ago. She's going to give birth a while later, but it's going to build up, and eventually every day she's going to be having another child.
Where's she going to put them all?
I don't know. And
why can't you just say Poshut? Every day she becomes pregnant, the next day she has a baby.
It's
Oh,
pregnant,
the next day she has a baby.
that's not right, but that's not how Rashi learns. Rashi learns differently.
You get 9 months.
We'll see later that Arizal learns like that.
9 months.
9 months, 1 day.
1 day.
1
What
day.
do you mean?
What?
9 months she has what?
Yeah, from 9 months back. Yeah.
This is from 9 months.
Yeah, it could be from 9 months back. Well, I'm saying usually that's how it works, right? It takes 9 months to have a
The
baby.
baby has to develop that. How do you get one? What's the next day? Just look like this.
Yeah.
To get a few blocks of flats ready.
Yes, how it's gonna work? I don't know.
These kids.
Fine.
Same big time.
So this is and since they'll be together every day, the husband and wife, automatically she's going to give birth every day, meaning from the child that they had that was pregnant from 9 months ago. The Hachi Mashmakra, this is what it says in the Pasuk, B'chol Eish Shehi Misaberes, whenever she becomes, every day she's becoming pregnant, Yeleda, she'll be giving birth at the same time. Shema Meheres Ligmar Tzus Havad Lizman Mut. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm sorry. Not 9 months.
Why 9 months? Every day. The night they're together, the next day she has a baby. The next night they're together, she has a baby. Next night, 365 times a year, except for Yom Kippur.
Okay, fine. So
365.
the Pshat I told you.
Why would you celebrate
No.
Tisha B'Av when Mashiach comes?
Oh, right.
And but the pshat I told you before that it's not going to be the same day. That's how the Marsha learns in Rashi. The Marsha says the Gemara compares it. The Gemara compares it to a chicken. The Gemara compares it to chicken. So the Marsha brings the Gemara, and if I think in the Chiris, that the chicken doesn't lay an egg the same day it was together with the rooster. It builds up. It takes 23 days later, but it builds up. There's a whole bunch of them, and it comes out one after another.
Yeah, have you ever
So
looked at chicken and seen, inside a whole lot of little yellow yolks?
So the way,
stages
right?
of
So the way the Marsha learns Rashi, it's not going to be the same day. That each day she will give birth to the baby, which is going to be. So it could be a bit quicker. Yeah, Rashi is okay, so I guess you won't be 360 the fetuses and the baby waiting. Maybe there'll be less, but yeah, okay. So that's how. So one of the questions all the Mefarshim ask on Rashi says that she's going to be together that they're going to be together every day. The question is, what happened to Tumas Leida?
Correct.
Once you give birth to your tummy, how could they be together the next day if she's supposed to be tummy for a week or two?
If 9 months is translated into 1 day, then the tummy's going to be.
So a lot of Mefarshim want to learn. One of them is the Ikar Dekava, which I brought down here. They want to say that just like the Medrash says that Tumas Niddah won't be around when Mashiach comes, so too Tumas Yoledes, the Tumah of childbirth will also not be around when Mashiach comes. She will be, and therefore with that you can understand Rashi. How could it be that they will be together every single day even though they're having children? Because that impurity won't be around anymore. And that's how some of Farshim explain. However, do we have time? Yeah, let's do it inside. He writes, "V'nirali the hine tsar hiroyin v'aleida v'tumasa." So the tsar of pregnancy and birth and the tumah from it, nimshach mechite chava v'zu amasanochash k'neida. It comes from the chite sadas, from that the chava did. K'neida, like the Gemara says in Evin, kuflam beis. Ki koydem achet alu lamita shnayim v'yardu shiva k'neida. Yeah, the Medrash in Bereishis Rav says that before chite sadas, 2 people went onto the bed, and when they came off, they were 7 came off. They had a bunch of kids right afterwards, on the same day. So therefore, since the old dance is going to stop, automatically there won't be any tumas leida. So he would bother with the question. It says Isha kisazia v'yalda zachar. Why kisazia? Say the Isha ki yalda. Why are you saying sazia? And then v'yalda zachar. So he says why? He says the hainishiyah hemshech zman bein hazriya. When do you say that Isha is going to be tamei from childbirth? If there's a gap in between the zriya, the conception, and the childbirth, she has to wait a while. She has to wait 9 months. That's when she becomes tamei from the childbirth. Oz v'tama. Masha'enkin, whereas Kishiyavi has man shetia zriya v'alida yachtav. When the zriya, when the conception and childbirth be on the same day, oz leiti tamei. She won't become impure. Kein nirali misfarasi. That's what he says. That's what it makes sense according to me. And Hashem Hatev Yechaper. And they should forgive me if I made any mistakes.
Who says that?
This is the Ikar Dekala. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I saw his name, but I forgot it.
When did he live? I mean, what is he, a Rishon, an Achron?
No, I think he's Achron.
An Achron?
Yeah. That's why he asked the Iver for a kafara. And
He needs it, yeah, no?
So this is so the way he's explaining really is coming from the Arizal. The Arizal, the Kutei Hashas of the Arizal. Over there, he explains like that that the same day she becomes pregnant, she will give birth. And he says why? Because Dafka now in this man of Golos, you have to go through the whole Ibur, you have to go through the whole pregnancy 9 months until it's ready. But in Mesa Mashiach, we're not going to have that. We're not going to need that. The Tzemach Tzedek in the Tehillim, Yehalerin, over there he explains. He says that it's going to, instead of nine months, it's going to take 9 hours. Yeah, so instead of 9 months, it's going to take 9 hours to have the child. So Sri Arizal writes, Amar, so it's supposed to be Amar Rebbe. I see the Isha Tehillim b'chol yom. Shneimar Harav Yeledas Yachted. Or conceive and have a birth at the same time. That's what the Gemara says. That the neshama, the clippers will get destroyed, and the neshamas, when you go through the long birur, which they go through the 9 months, that they have to go through the pregnancy. It doesn't need to take a long time. On that day, and 7 came off. From the Arizal. So that's what he says. That's the verse from the Arizal. How?
7 children you don't have. That's a
I was going to ask you that. What does that mean?
So, right? I think they had sisters, right?
But that was after the Chet. That was after the Chet.
Before the Chet.
What before the Chet?
Yes,
One after the
so where's the 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Cain and Hevel.
And
Had a twin. That's 4. Okay, go on. I'm sorry.
okay.
No, I'm not.
It says in the poster, as fast, 3 times. One of the fights was who should have two of the sisters. They were fighting over it.
Okay. Fine. So now, however, in the way the Rebbe explains in Tanya, the Alter Rebbe has a different pshat. What's pshat? Haravi Yeledas Yachtav. Just look in the Tanya Ingos Kedushin Chavav. Alter Rebbe writes, Gam Tumas Yeledas Tzarich Leida. So that loss of we're going to need the halachas. We're also going to need to know the halachas of Tumas Yeledas. K'dichsiv Haravi Yeledas Yachtav. In Teil Isha B'chol Yemi Bia Achas. So the way the Alter explains over here, Bia Achas, that from one time being with her husband, she will be able to have many children for the next long amount of time.
Fish is like that. They get, like I know guppies are pregnant for 6 broods.
Yeah.
When they become pregnant, they're good.
So it's a whole other pshat. Until now, it sounds like we were saying that the way Rashi says, every day she'll be together with her husband, and therefore she will have, because of that she'll have children every day. But the way the Alter Rebbe explains, it's not pshat that they're going to be together with her husband every day. Because what happened to Masleida, she's going to be tummy when she has a child. How could they be together? So the way the Alter Rebbe explains that no, from one time being together, she will be able to have children for the next, I don't know how long, weeks, months. A year? I'm not sure. So according to this, it sounds like she will be tamei. The Rebbe's medayik that the way the Alter Rebbe is learning over here is that dafka tumas niddah is going to stop, but tumas yeledas is still going to stay. Yeah, it will. It won't change. She was tumas yeledas. Yeledas.
Oh, the that what? That she will become Tomei.
Yeah, she will be from the birth.
But you're having babies for a month, let's say.
You won't have to be with her again because she'll have one baby.
She'll have one after the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying like fish do that. You know. Yeah.
So I think you ever said the same thing in
What do you have?
Yeah, so the Rebbe brings that down. The Rebbe brings a letter, and the Rebbe explains it. Some people want to explain what does mean Mevia Achas. They want to explain Mevia Achas. She brings a carbon. So the Rebbe in the Haris on the Biurim and on Igros Kodesh. So the Rebbe says it's not Pshat. Pshat is Mevia Achas. From Bia she'll have many children.